What is the difference between a vodka martini and a gin martini? Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of me figuring out cocktails. Today we're going to talk about vodka martini versus gin martini and which one is better. I guess the main question is what's the difference between vodka and gin? Well, gin tends to have a lot of flavor. In my mind, it is actually vodka, but infused with a bunch of different types of botanicals. So you got juniper, you got etc. Juniper is the main one. And whereas vodka, it tends to be, flavorless. And that's what makes it so good as just one of those spirits that people, make different flavors of. Birthday cake, vodka, bacon, vodka. It's just one of those like blank canvases for people to work with. It's a little bit of a novelty sometimes when you do buy that stuff. But yeah, to me that's vodka. The difference between vodka and gin. Vodka is known for being from Russia. Gin is more of a cosmopolitan spirit, which means that all the different botanicals come from different regions of the world, and sort of like a cosmopolitan city. It's like New York or London. Everybody's from different parts of the world, and I kind of like that about gin. That so much has to happen before you could get gin, whereas vodka, people still debate whether it's from Poland or from Russia, and it doesn't matter. So yeah, today we're going to talk about these two spirits in a martini form. So I'm going to make two martinis, a gin martini and a vodka martini. I'm going to taste them and see which one's better. If you know anything about martinis, it is basically gin or vodka and dry vermouth. Dry vermouth right here. It doesn't really matter in my mind whether you choose a gin martini or a vodka martini. It's which one has better ingredients, pretty much. So yeah, let's get started. Let's make these two cocktails. Martini. Start with some ice. That's how I'm gonna do it. Let's do the vodka first. So, a vodka martini, it's gonna have 2 parts vodka, 1 part dry vermouth. A load of booze. It is a Monday evening, so you do whatever you want. There you go. And then you stir it. So stirring a cocktail is one of those techniques that looks fairly easy to do. It's taken me a while to actually get the hang of it. I'm still far from mastering it yet, but it's all about holding it in a certain way with your top fingers pushing against the rim and your bottom finger pushing out, so you're sort of doing this like push here in, push back kind of thing that's happening. If you're thinking of just like stirring it, it doesn't work. So you gotta sort of do this. As you can see, yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you try to like just stir it like you would, I don't know, like a straw going, like a frosty drink, it just doesn't work. So that's how you do it. There you go. Looks like a pro. So the thing about a martini that makes a martini is clarity of the drink. It's supposed to look clear, like water. It's a beautiful thing when it's done right. So let's see how I do today. You can't really see it that well out of this like glass with a funny design, but you'll get the picture. So Yeah, that's a martini, all right. And the funny thing about martini is it's such a famous cocktail, but rookie drinkers don't really know what they're getting themselves into when they order a martini for the first time. They think it's like a cool James Bond drink, but it ends up being this really intense, boozy drink, and it's just fun to watch them recoil because they don't know what they were getting themselves into, really. A twist of lemon, garnished. That is the vodka martini. Now let's do the gin. So it's pretty much the same technique. You could do like a different variation. I'm not. So here we go. Oof. Two ounces of gin. Don't lose any of the precious, precious booze. 1 ounce of dry vermouth. You can try sweet if you want. It wouldn't be a martini. Just want to keep doing it. A lot of people are against drinking gin straight, but I think you get a lot of interesting flavor out of it. It's a little intense. It's better with other stuff. It's a cosmopolitan spirit, after all. So I feel like that's enough. Ooh. Gin martini. Yeah, don't lose a precious, precious drop of that gin martini. I'm just working behind this crystal. Boom. There you have it. Vodka martini, gin martini. Clarity. Two crystal clear looking cocktails. Just the classic cocktail, martini. It's so simple. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Cheers. You gotta have the lemon. You gotta have the lemon peel. It just makes it a cocktail when you garnish it. It's actually really good. I'm surprised. Absolute Vodka is no Grey Goose. It's no Kettle One. Debatable, right? It's no Smirnoff Red Label. But this is actually it's actually pretty bearable. You get that fiery burn at the end, as you tend to do when you drink relatively cheap. This is moderately priced vodka, I must say. It's not like the cheapest, it's like there in the middle. You could definitely go a little higher, and then you can go really high. But I'll say Absolute Vodka is like lower middle class. It's a very clean drink. It's a very clean drink. Yeah, the vodka doesn't add too much to it. It's very clean. It's clean, it's smooth. You get that vermouth, the wine flavored vermouth coming in at the end. It's very silky, very nice. I assume this one is gonna be packed with quite more flavor. It's Boodles British London Dry. Here we go. Whoa. This is actually really surprising what's happening. I almost prefer the vodka one. Huh. It hits you with a lot, you get a lot more alcohol flavor in this gin for some reason. It's you do get the botanical flavor. It's you can't ignore that stuff. But in terms of it's not as silky, it's not as clean as the vodka one, to be honest. Yeah, it fills the mouth. A lot of people say that gin tastes a little bit like cleaning detergent. Yeah, right now, just comparing it side by side, I can definitely notice the cleaning detergent flavor to it. And this is surprising because I really thought I would like the gin one more. Yeah, I don't know what to say about myself right now. I made such a big deal about it being such a fancy spirit. Well, the show is all about discovery, learning about myself, right? So, let's go. We'll do one more pass, and then I'll give a final verdict. On the second taste, after trying the gin one, the vodka one gets a little boring. It's almost like, why not just drink water, you know? It doesn't have that extra punch of flavor. It's so subtle, it just tastes like I'm drinking alcohol. It's a little boring. Yeah. Maybe that's how I feel about martinis in general. Alright, let's try the gin one more time, and then I'll make a decision on next time I'm at a bar and I have to order a martini. I don't think I will. Which one will I get? There's just so much going on in the gin one. Yeah. Even if it was that... It's better to have something than nothing, even if that something is this weird cleaning detergent flavor. No, it's actually it grows on you. It is a cocktail that you acquire taste for. You do have to somewhat like gin. Like I said, the fancier the ingredients, probably the better it'll taste, because it's so dependent on it. It's just plain and simple. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Martinis. Yeah, you could also experiment with the amount of vermouth you want to put in, the ratio. So my verdict for whether, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I feel like a gin martini is just the way to go, because so much of it is about flavor. You want flavor, and vodka is a little boring. I'm not gonna lie. Vodka, I feel like it's good for a really flavorful cocktail, like a Caesar. Vodka is perfect for it because there's so much going on already, and you don't want it to sort of interfere necessarily, like a gin most definitely would. However, in a martini, when you gotta really taste the spirit, go with the gin. That's my verdict for today. Let me know what you think about gin versus vodka in a martini form. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Should you want to comment, don't be shy. Subscribe if you want to. I'm not gonna pressure you. And yeah, try this experiment at home. Gin versus vodka martini. All right, have a good evening, everybody.